What's up everybody, this is Jeremiah here, and today we're going to react to the video of Miles Morales vs. the World, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now this movie, 2018 man, it's peak bro, it really is peak. And I pray and hope that the third one, Beyond the Spider-Verse bro, pray that it's all that it's expecting us to, just because of the waiting, because of the delay. It's supposed to be coming out originally like 2024 or 2025, maybe 2026, I don't know, but now it's still gonna be 2027 because of the delay. And I just hope that it's all the worth. I just hope that waiting is all the worth. But we're gonna get into the first ever one, the 2018 one. It's still peak though, it's still peak. So without further ado, let's react to it. Oh, and shout outs to Zephyr for making this video. Shout outs to you, my guy. Shout outs to you.
Oh my god, she's hot!
It was always me versus the world.
And we gotta wait like 8 months for the next one. Like, come on, bruh. So as you can clearly see, Beyond the Spider-Verse is not coming out anytime soon. I was gonna drop a video on that little short last year, but it was just Miles running away from KSI the whole time. There wasn't much for me to talk about. So for now, we gonna spin back to this series as the potential to be the greatest superhero trilogy of all time. As y'all can see from the length of the video, I'm talking about every single Spider-Verse movie, including the first. Make sure you follow all of my socials. Links gonna be in the description. And shut your lame ass up, drop the video, nigga.
I don't need no friends when I'm by your side.
Oh, god damn, Spotify ads. But the movie starts with Miles singing in the bedroom, hitting them terrible singing notes like he Corey Kenshin. But he gets dressed up and he ends up going to school. Walking down the street, dapping everybody up, he feeling like the man.
I feel like the man.
Yes sir.
I woke up like the man.
My mans was moving tough as hell, pulling all types of shorties in.
How's that new school?
Oh no. Don't tell me it's already started.
For snow bunnies.
We got the Starbucks drinking, pumpkin spice smelling, American Eagle wearing shorty, walking up to Miles talking about some I miss you. The snow bunny hypnosis has already started.
Nah, bro. Oh my goodness, yo, Zep, bro. Come on. I know. Dang, man. Bro, this nobody effect is already starting. That's funny.
I'm really about to be at his funeral just like these. My dog is straight cooned out.
Oh, hell no.
Mom's shoot my mic. Mom's in sham like Moore's family after seeing this. Yo, bro. Nah, that's crazy.
Oh, hell no.
I want you to pay attention throughout this entire video. This man is under an intense snow bunny trance. But my man was still strolling around the street till he bounced his head off the backboard like he run, only to run into
Ops.
his dad. And he starts giving Miles the basic unk speech. See, that's the problem with you youngins nowadays. We can't let y'all do nothing. Look at that new store they opened across the street. Foam party? Y'all youngins want to play with your sperm? Oh my god. My man's moving just like the Trey Rag skit. You can't say nothing around old people. But Miles' dad proceeds to embarrass him in front of the whole school, causing him to constantly get fried at every turn. Well, if it isn't the whole scare himself. You see, Flash, that's where you're wrong. What if the whole scaring me? Man, you corny, nigga. And that boy gotta sit down, even more embarrassed. Hey, I liked your joke. It was actually pretty cute. Wait, really?
I beg your pardon?
From this one interaction,
That's
he
true.
goes home to Uncle Aaron, trying to tell him how much he fell for him.
I got game. It's a new girl. Actually, you know, she's kind of into me.
But during this interaction, Uncle Aaron gives him the method, the play. Putting the hand right on the shoulder and hitting the hey. I'm telling you, it works on all women, either that or doing this. But Miles gets bit and pays it no mind, and we don't see the results of the bite until the next day. So we get to the next day, and that spider bite is hitting him like a truck. That bite got him growing inexplicably, hearing voices in his head just like this.
Story gets picked and a shout out.
Yo, who are you? Yeah, I don't think that's a spider bite gang. You might not be normal. And he runs right into, why are you so ashy? It's a puberty thing. What? Not actually, I just finished puberty. I'm a nigga now. Wait, does that mean you're black? I thought you were Dominican. Race and ethnicity are not the same thing. I mean, of course. Duh. Me not knowing the difference is the reason why racism is so
twin, if
prominent
you want to
in my
green
area.
this shot,
And if I'm gonna
we
be
gotta
changed in
do
my
it right now.
community, and then we get into the conversation of Africans a country or a continent or...
Hey.
But Miles' hand gets stuck to her, forcing her to get a new hairdo. And after a Subway Surfers type chase scene with the hall monitor, he realizes that he has Spider-Man's powers. Miles decides to go back to the tunnel that he found the spider, only to run into Spider-Man and Green Goblin boxing underground. And I'm telling you, they having a straight war. No matter what universe it is, Green Goblin's always gonna give him a good squabble. He throws bombs all over the place like it's a gender reveal. And Miles almost gets completely knocked out, only for the GOAT to come in and save his life. Like, that's what I'm talking about.
That's why he's there, baby! That's why he's the GOAT!
Even though we only see this Spider-Man for like 4 effing seconds, this perfect Peter Parker is like so fire. I love seeing every second of him on the screen. But Peter Parker goes to the top, making sure he's the highest in the room. And before he can blow up the machine, he gets... The Prowler comes in, no plan, no motive, no direction. Moving on straight ignorance. Here to knock Peter Parker out for good. And he really wasn't playing. Picked the right to the kick, got that boy leaning. Kick to the chest, backhand. Block into a get over here. Laying him flat out on the floor, but he can't connect. And this is when he goes 0 for 6 from the field, shooting straight bricks. It was so bad the cameraman had to change angles. He was trying to save bro's career. But he gets out of his slump, hitting Peter with the 1-2. But Peter eats those. As we get possibly the coldest moment in the entire movie. The hardest scene in the entire film gets interrupted because he got jumped. It's terrible. Miles sees him get jumped and tries to go up to help him, but once he got a good look at Green Goblin, he sat his ass right back down. He was not trying to mess with Brody. And while Spider-Man is pinned down, we got this big body Benz of a nigga. Kingpin over here talking his smack, and this nigga is so fat he can't even fit in the whole screen. How are you this obese? But let me chill on this in him, cause some of y'all really be weird. I remember I said on stream I didn't like this hard-boiled egg of a villain, and someone said me not liking a fat villain is a fat nigga take. How is that a fat nigga take? Fat nigga, pull up and you gon' see what's up. Chill. My bad, bruh. But Kingpin starts the machine. Green Goblin being a complete dunce put Spider-Man in the middle of the explosion, selling the whole plan and exploding the entire area. And when Miles goes through the rubble, he sees Spider-Man on his deathbed, and Peter gives him the USB, telling Miles he's the last hope. He gotta use the USB to explode the machine. Kingpin arrives over at Peter's body, getting ready to smoke on his pack, and Peter straight up tells him his plan won't work. It's gonna fail just like the rest. And Kingpin took that personally, putting his entire body weight on Peter, taking that man's life. And well, Spider-Man passes away and the entire city mourns. I really love how this was handled. They also give us this really funny scene.
They're counting on me. Probably not you specifically. I think it's a metaphor.
And this is where Miles gets determined. He goes outside to try his first real Spider-Man jump. And you know, he was nervous, palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. No Eminem, but he goes to the edge of the building, looks straight down, and gets ready to jump.
Yeah, to be honest with you, if I was in Miles' position, I was not gonna be ready for that. Just jump like on a random building, high, like 25, 30, 35 feet building, looking down like, yo, but I'm like, nah, man, I rather do that another day.
Yeah, that nigga fumbled. He tries a smaller building, but sadly his shoes were untied, causing him to trip and fall off the entire building, breaking the USB given to him by Spider-Man. Like, Miles, you might go, but I cannot believe you right here. You had one job. One! And you couldn't even get that accomplished. You got crossed up by your own shoes. This is actually sickening, and even he knows it. Going to the grave of Spider-Man, trying to express his grief. I'm sorry, Mr. Spider-Man, sir. I failed you. I I really did. Yo, brother, you got some sauce. Man, what the fuck? And this is where we meet Peter B. Parker. And I, for one, love this character to death. I really love how he's a failed version of Sam Raimi's iteration of the character. It makes him feel a perfect amount of unique, yet familiar. But Miles knocks Peter B out, and the cops come seeing that Miles was on unauthorized territory. And this is where we get one of the most beautiful animated sequences in the entire movie. This chase scene right here is just sex to my eyes. The way the animation is so fluid, the way the colors just jump on the screen.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
It's fire.
My bad, bruh. But at the end of this chase scene, Peter gets knocked out, and this is where Miles attempts an interrogation. And let me just tell you, that interrogation was a complete failure. And I'll give Miles his props. He tried, but sometimes no matter how much you try, you just can't look tough. It's like when people try to act tough from a weak city, out here saying you wouldn't last a day in my hood. Whole time this the hood in question. Nigga, that's just Connecticut. But after this fantastic conversational scene between Peter B and Miles, they decide to blow up the collider. But in order to do that, they have to rebuild the USB that Miles broke, which leaves them with no other choice but
It's open.
to head to Alchemax. So them boys make it to Alchemax, put the mask on, and they begin to think on their new plan. And their plan is to break into the facility, grab a new USB, and then escape unscathed. Peter's original plan was to go in by himself, and Miles complies. But while he's outside playing lookout, he sees Kingpin walking into Alchemax himself. And Miles has a mini panic attack. Who can blame him? He's built like an octagon with diabetes. But even though the ideas of fear are ringing through Miles' head, the thoughts of him getting back are even stronger. And he locks himself in from a panic attack and goes to join Peter. Now, I ain't gonna lie, he deserves a round of applause. Someone tell Puss in Boots he got to take notes. I was rewatching that movie, and the moment death even showed his face, Puss in Boots was shook straight with bricks. But Miles chases Peter inside, and nah, I'm crying. He really got a face full of fire force. But he joins up with Peter, and they decide to go through the plan together. Nah, no High School Musical timing though. Y'all corny. I really mess with this scene where Peter B is so used to Spider-Man stakes. The conversation explaining the plan was nothing but routine for him. Watch this.
This is pretty standard Spider-Man stakes. You get used to it. Watch this. He's gonna say, "You've got 24 hours."
You've got 24 hours.
What this means is
But Doc Ock leaves the room, and Spider-Man makes it to the computer. He starts putting in that password, hacking the device. He going crazy. And like damn near every two-man known to mankind, somebody in it has gots to sell. With Miles almost selling the entire mission, getting stuck on the light. Had Peter B straight tight as hell. He looking at him like, man, what the hell are you doing? Bro, I don't know. I can't get down. What do you do to relax?
Is this nigga serious?
And that fall called the scientist's attention. But while she's walking in the room, they realize that Miles can turn invisible, leaving Peter B to handle this interaction himself. She walks into the room and is completely geeked of seeing a new Peter Parker. She looking at him like, oh my god! Wow! And you know these weird ass scientists, they see anything and can't wait to study it. Talking about some, I can't wait to see some of your saliva.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
And while she's studying him, she turns around and we get this incredible scene. You know, if you stay in this universe any longer, you're gonna disintegrate. You know how much that'll hurt, Peter Parker? I don't know. I think I got through worse. You couldn't imagine. And I, for one, can't wait to watch.
Excuse me?
What did you say your name was? Dr. Olivia Octavius. And she begins to remove the lab coat. And I'm like, oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, she's hot! You got her with the hair tied back, the skin tight clothes. Let me get her. She's so bad. She pins Peter to the floor. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I wish that was me. I assume your friends call you Doc Ock. My friends call me Liz. My enemies call me Doc Ock, and I call you Mommy. This is where they get
Relax,
to
bro.
it. Miles straight running out the room while Peter Parker is getting ragdolled. Peter's getting straight dogged, using the yoga ball to deflect the attacks, but that won't work. And she tries to chase down Miles like it's a horror game, only for him to escape out the back. Well, damn, this will be a good time to turn invisible. Yeah. So Miles fails to turn invisible, selling the whole plan, and Peter B selects a bagel. And yes, this is the most important detail of the entire movie. They end up walking through and the scientists are like, oh my goodness, Spider-Man? I thought they was just gonna watch in awe like how Lucky fans stare at a fat nigga. But nah, they really came strapped up. Like a suitcase into a blick gotta be the craziest thing I've ever seen. But they end up spraying and they hit the dash.
Here we go.
And Miles throws the...
Look at that right there. Spot apparently. Spot. That one bagel. That one bagel. You got two. You got in the Spider-Verse 2.
Bagel at... This is going to be the greatest mistake of his entire life. Please just keep this in mind. Peter gives Miles the web slingers and he's like, hey, you gotta learn off rip. Go for it. And that man completely sells. He tries to run on foot, but even though these scientists got stormtrooper aim, they are still a threat on land. Especially with Doc Ock chasing in the back, he has no other choice but to learn how to swing. He frantically climbs up this tree and hits this illustrious dodge right over Doc Ock's head. Got him hitting the lateral Air Jordan. I'm hitting him with lateral movement. And my man's flew straight down and started swinging. Oh yeah, you know I was my man's Peter B coming in happy as hell, and this is where the real lesson finally comes in. They talking about some swing, yup, swing, My man's Peter sadly gets hoed, and this is where Doc Ock closes in. She grabs the computer and the Spider-Men both get tied up. And the only 3 questions I have in mind. Why is she looking at me like that though? Who wants back shots? My second question. Who wants back shots? My third question. Who tied them up? And sadly, unlike my first 2 questions, I'ma actually get an answer. Yes, Miss Gwanda from earlier finally shows up. And I know a lot of Gwen fans used to attack me when I talked about her in my last 2 videos. Y'all, what Jordan Lucas say? I'm not racist. I like Gwen. It's just the betrayal she pulled on my boy Miles just straight pissed me off. Peter B too. He not slick, but we gonna get to it when we get there. But Gwen begins to explain her backstory, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. You explain it better in the next movie anyway. I'm alright. But they end up escaping Alchemax with the computer, completing the mission. And after their mission, we see Captain Obesity with his rhombus back, reminiscing on the past. And hold on, bro, play this.
Pentagon.
Is this nigga struggling to breathe standing still?
Sit down, big fella.
This is obesity I didn't think was possible since Los Polos, nigga. There is actually no way, dog. Have you ever exercised? Bro, someone needs to get YNW Belly off my screen before I get mad, bro. But he's reminiscing of his family running out on him when he was fighting Spider-Man. And instead of seeing the error of his ways and stopping the criminal activity that's making him fight Spider-Man, he's like, nah, let me end up doing more of the reason my family abandoned me. Like, Eureka, what a great idea, Captain Dumbass. Who told this nigga this a good idea? But Doc Ock comes back, and I would explain what she was saying in this scene, but I'm out here looking at her. I'm like, oh my, so fine, she done pissing me off.
Now from a closer look, yeah, she bad.
Like, yes, I'm down bad. Yes, I want her. Yes, I want her and Miles' mom to put me in 50 different positions. Alright, bro, my fault.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
But Doc Ock tells Kingpin the collider works, and they get ready for their plan the next day. We get to the bus after the mission, and Miles is putting some elite game on Gwen right here. He over there cracking jokes, making her smile ear to ear.
Incredible.
He moving like LeBron in Toronto. I'm seeing the cleanest jump shots and fadeaways throughout this entire interaction. And I want y'all to study this right here, because this is perfect W man's behavior. One of Miles' best jokes is that he says Peter B's the one who broke the USB, and he's really embarrassed about it. And you know, she's out there cracking up thinking that he's asleep, but whole time, Peter B is awake, letting Miles talk trash because he knows the goal that needs to be accomplished.
Sensational.
And that right there had me standing up on my seat. I was straight elated. Y'all gotta take notes. This is elite 2-man behavior. But the place they know best to make a new USB with the new computer they acquired is Aunt May's crib. And after a very heartwarming interaction, she takes them straight to the back. But while they're in the shed, they realize that 3 more Spider-Men beat them to it. And this is where we get introduced to these 3.
Who the fuck are you?
started it off with the GOAT Spider Noir coming in straight aura farming. You love to see it. Next one up is Miss Penny Parker, and despite how much she sucks in Marvel Rivals,
She doesn't suck in Marvel Rivals.
Pretty cool. And lastly, we get Spider-Ham. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there is no way for me to make them sound tough. But they all give off their backstories, and man, ain't nobody got time for that. So just like Gwen, we gonna hit that skip. They begin to discuss the plan to turn off the reactor, and they realize one of them gotta stay behind. But it obviously makes sense for that person to be Miles, but Miles is too new of a Spider-Man. So they begin to ask him a whole bunch of questions to see if he's about that life, with the entire group just straight stressing him out. But during this scene, Aunt May says this.
Create an online dating profile so she can get out of the dang house once in a while.
I'm knocking the dust off that shit.
And obviously, I don't think anyone would enjoy getting pressed this much, and Miles needs to get some space. He goes,
like you're like when in a movie, yeah, like everyone's Gwen, Noir, Peter B, like everybody is just talking at the same time. It's like, yo, can one of y'all just give me a breather first? Like, ask me a question one at a time, please, so I can think about it and then give you a simple, conclude answer. Not like 5, 6, 7 voices speaking at the same time. Like, yeah, I'd be like, it'd be like that, man, because you're listening to multiple people and like you're trying to like give an answer to all these questions. It's like, yo, that's too much, bro. That's really too much. It's just too much.
Uncle Aaron's apartment to get some advice, but nobody's home. He writes a note and is about to leave, only to see a figure at the window, and it turns out to be the Prowler. And this is one of the scariest scenes in the whole movie, bro. I was at the edge of my seat the whole time. That Prowler theme deserves some type of award, especially this part right here. Yeah, that's one of the coldest sound effects of all time. But after that, we find out that the Prowler was Uncle Aaron the entire time. When I watched this movie for the first time, I was like, what? Like, it real life had me geeked. And this entire chase scene was so intense. Chasing him down with a motorcycle and being willing to destroy anything. He really just balled strong and useless like Doomfist. But after crashing into a truck and destroying 3 entire vehicles, I swear this man is straight slumped. We get my man standing in the corner straight aura farming, staring down Miles ready to chase him down. And that's exactly what he does heading into the next day. He runs at Aunt May's house, clearly distraught, telling everybody that his uncle's the Prowler. All right, man, calm down, we're gonna figure this out. Were you followed? Nah, I don't think so. But they feel the most ominous aura behind that door, clearly proving that what Miles just said was some cap. They all suit up, getting ready to box in. And this is where Doc Ock breaks into the room. They should have closed that door. But I know y'all ain't even peeped the free one she tried to get on my boy Peter. Stupid. Thought it was free eats, you're goofy. She walk in the crib and Aunt May talking about some, oh great, it's Liv. Now the fact that she said Liv clearly proves that they were friends. But I don't know, the way she said this and the expression on her face, she clearly do not like you, gang. Miles tries to leave through the back door, but gets stopped by Tombstone. And my Hispanic brother Scorpion following suit. Aunt May asks them to take it outside and we get the hardest line out of Spider Noir.
We don't pick the ballroom, we just dance.
The fight starts with Doc Ock going 0 for 3 from the field like she Ben Simmons, only to hit a lick right after, going 1 for 4. She shouting out the Chinese Zodiac. And this where everybody start tripping, whole house mad. We got Noir hitting straight left rights on Tombstone, Scorpion running an ISO with Miles and seeing his hands get stuck on the couch. And Scorpion just starts cackling in front of him, only to go straight for his face. Yeah, he trying to snipe him off the map. Penny sees this from the back and she's like, oh hell no! Hops right into her mecha and goes. And when the cameraman switches angles, we see 3 Spider-Men getting straight dogged by Doc Ock. Like she really ball hogging out there and still making the shots. I ain't gonna lie, she the GOAT. Aunt May see everyone destroying her crib and she starts getting a little tight, telling them all to get out her crib like, everyone! And kicks Tombstone right out the house. Gwen clocks Doc Ock, got her looking like Natalie Nunn, and Spider-Ham going crazy in the back. I don't know where this nigga got a toilet.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Gwen steals the USB from Doc only to get denied by Scorpion, with Miles making the game-saving play. But before he can run out, all we hear is...
He's here.
You know he's coming. You just hear his theme slowly building with him running in the shadows. This is how it felt watching Dora when Swiper would pull up. And he jumps right into the crib, ready to take them all down. Prowler looks at Miles and he just stands there, menacingly. Peter B calls ISO and he starts going crazy. Got him going hit for hit, back to back on the ground. Kicking him off thinking he got it. Sit down. Only for him to raise his right arm up like he in a classroom. And he sits this nigga down. Now I am not no physicist, but I know damn well your body should not be contorting like this. Somebody please tell my man's Peter, get up! Miles takes the USB only to look face to face with the Prowler. But that was enough of a distraction for Peter to flip kick him up, web both walls, and send that boy flying. And with Doc Ock throwing Penny Pecker outside, this is when this fight really gets to the streets. With the Scorpion chasing down Gwen, and I'm not gonna lie, this scene just pissed me the f off. Why is she elegantly jumping roof to roof like this is a game, nigga? That's my crib. These superheroes really don't care about no type of civilians. And we get back to Miles inside, holding the USB, and he turns around only to see not even my second day as Spider-Man and I got the Prowler walking me down like this. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Just slime me out. He dives for Miles, hits a miss so crazy it goes into the next room, only for him to spin back. Miles is weaving out the way despite a fully cocked back punch coming straight for his chest. Like, I hope y'all realize he knows this is a little kid. I mess with you, Uncle Aaron, but dog.
Fuck wrong with him?
Miles moving like straight Weave Nation, peep this, and throws him across the kitchen. You got this man Miles running for his life, only for Prowler to grab his J's and drag him down the steps. I know he was scared shitless. Miles kicks him off and tries to escape, but sadly you was not holding him off for that long. He drags Miles to the edge of the roof, ready to take that poor child's life, only to realize that it was Miles the whole time. And my man's Uncle Aaron instantly regrets his choice. But Kingpin didn't give no F's. He was like, we better turn him to another statistic. Black on black crime gonna be up 10% after this. Smoke him. Prowler puts his mask back on, and when I first saw this movie, I thought he did this so he wouldn't have to see Miles in the face when he tries to kill him. But nah, I guess not. He's not that evil. Putting his hands up and backing off. And Kingpin ain't wasting no time. He said, put an Uncle Aaron flat on the ground. And he was about to make his ancestors real proud, almost boom Miles too if it didn't get deflected by Peter. Like, this was a buzzer-beating block. The shot already went off. Someone get him a Defensive Player of the Year right now. The way he's moving should be illegal. I ain't seen defense like this in a hot minute.
Okay, he on the road today. It's 5-1 today. Let's go. No, it's not. Oh my Lord.
Miles takes Uncle Aaron away, and this is where we get his death speech. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pushing me to tears. He really was a real one.
I'll let you down, man. I'll let you down.
Miles' dad pulls up only to see a Spider-Man carrying his dead brother, and he gets ready to go crazy.
All units, I want an APB on a new Spider-Man.
Now, one thing that always pissed me off about Spider-Man, how are you known for your awareness, yet always get caught really, like this? Nigga? Like, you could dodge speeding cars and leave rooms in split-second timing, but freeze up when you in a situation like this? Nigga, what's wrong with you? And we get back to Miles' room. We get this really funny scene right here where they try to hide from his roommate, and they try to comfort him over the loss of his uncle. But I'm telling you right now, they didn't really try. Because the moment that heartbreak happens, they immediately put him in another one, saying they're going to the reactor without him because he don't got drip, you don't got sauce, and you just not like that. Oh, nah, that's like my girl telling me I don't got aura. I think I'd die. Miles clearly still wants to go, and Peter checks his gangster right then and there.
So you wanna fight? Fight me!
Saying, if you want to go, you better Venom strike me on command. And no matter how much he tries, he cannot do it, with Peter tying him up and leaving the room. And this is where we get one of the most heartbreaking scenes, where his dad comes up trying to give him a heart-to-heart, and Miles can't even say anything in response. One of the most beautifully shot parts of the movie too. It really had me sick. But after this scene, he gets motivated, and we get to this.
When will I know I'm ready?
Oh yeah, love this song.
You won't. It's a leap of faith. That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
You're the best of all of us, man. I see this spark in you.
A leap of faith.
But all the Spider-Men sneak into Kingpin's pet house to make it to the collider below. And they're out here having a memorial for Spider-Man. And Kingpin has the audacity to speak at his own ops funeral. Talking about I was so sad when he died.
Why the fuck you lying?
He dead moving like King Von.
So, were you saddened by the news that he was murdered then?
Man, that shit hurt. I didn't go to sleep at night.
Cap.
They try to sneak to the bottom, but Peter runs right in to MJ. And although it's not his MJ, he wants so bad to get his shorty back. Started talking to her like Lil Durk.
Give me a chance. Give me one more chance. Give me one more chance.
But sadly, that ain't work, and they make it down to the collider. All the Spider-Men make it up to the collider, but something's looking oddly suspicious. They really got over there easily, too easily, and it truly felt like something was up. And that's exactly what happens. The moment Peter tries to put in their USB, they realize
It's a trap!
with Doc Ock descending upon him, clearly feeling herself, with the rest of the shooters going crazy in the back. And this starts an all-out war. I'm telling you, they all going crazy. The only one getting job right now is Penny. Scorpion's putting straight hands on her. I'm watching like... Say you swear to God! Say you swear to God! Peter's also about to get lined up, but I ain't talking LeBron. I'm talking 6 feet under, with Doc Ock getting him prepped for the fatality. It was truly looking grim for everybody. But here's the thing. The season is not over.
It just started!
With Doc Ock invisibly getting her ass beat like this nigga right here. And I was watching straight elated. I was like, who could it possibly be? And materializing in front of everybody comes Miles. Fully decked out in new threads. You know he's about it. Clocks Doc Ock in the face and saves Peter. And my man's is straight geeked. But once they land, Miles is like, it's time to go crazy. With all the spider people boxing all over the place, Miles gets to put some fantastic riz by saving Gwen. Other Spider-Men could not relate. They hit Doc Ock with a clean 3-piece and send her flying with a bros attack. Doc Ock takes all these hits and I seen her lock in like no other. When I first saw this, I was like, damn.
This nigga gonna die.
And when she flies right towards him... Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this was straight bogus. She was the only villain out that was able to handle 3 spiders at once. And once the writers realized that, they had to take her out the plot. She was too powerful for the story like Madara. Ain't no way. But when we move on to some other ish, we see Penny Parker's robot has been destroyed due to Scorpion dropping straight haymakers on it. And no, I'm not exaggerating. He was real life wildin'. He was beating that little nigga ass so bad, I was starting to feel bad. The amount of hands he was putting on Penny actually had to be illegal, nigga. I'm talking EDP type. She's 13! Shout out Spider-Ham for spinning the block, but rest in peace, Penny Pekka. You will be missed. And this is where Miles sends everybody home, saying his heartfelt goodbyes. Before he let all of them leave, he made sure to drop one last Riz attempt. Watch this. He made sure to hit that light-skinned stare, long and dragged out, looking straight into her eyes. He know what he's doing. Dropping this line right here.
I get to like the hairdo now?
Curry steps back.
Dropped the line so fire, Gwen really gave him the look. And I'm not talking any type of look. I mean the look.
Yes, sir.
She out here talking about some, you know I'm older than you, right? And to all my shooters in the chat, you know if an older woman starts bringing up her age, you already got her. You won. That game was so beautiful, I canceled my call to Dr. Umar. You truly got it. But Gwen ends up going home, leaving just him and Peter. And you would think they'd be free to go home, but sadly, there is somebody they forgot to ask. Kingpin. And that nigga is straight up furious. Peter tries to charge right in without going home, and Miles is like...
I mean, go home, bro.
Peter's just not trying to go home. He's not trying to deal with having no hoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro. Same. But Miles drops him in the pit, leaving just him and Kingpin. alone to duke it
1v1,
out.
let's go.
Straight like a pay-per-view. It starts with Kingpin slamming the ground like he's Donkey Kong. In the moment Miles dodges that attack, he immediately pulls out the blade. I really hate niggas that have their first gun. They wait for any excuse to blow that bitch. Just look at Doflamingo's family.
Some jackass hurt you again? No, I just tripped on a crack in the road. How awful. Where exactly is this town? Oh, I see. Yep, we're gonna have to do something about this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bro, that slimed out a whole town because Dofi.
With Miles taking the gun from his hand and taking the train up out of there. And I ain't gonna lie, if I was Miles, I would think the fight is over. Do you really think 21-ton Savage right here, who can't even run down the street, is gonna somehow jump on a train?
Fuck no, baby.
But sadly, I was completely wrong. With Miles getting grabbed in the face and thrown right into the train. Miles goes invisible and tries to hit the Caleb City, but Kingpin still clocks him dead in the groin. And while he continues to just beat on Miles, the same traumatic event that happened with his family happens once again. And the movie wanted me to feel bad so hard. I was watching just like this.
Oh man.
Stupid ass nigga, you deserve it. And because he lost his family, Kingpin got nothing left to lose. Got Kingpin beating on Miles like a Powerpuff villain, his body on the floor looking like a pretzel. And if you was watching this, you would have really thought it was over. But right before Miles gives up, he sees his dad in the distance, giving him that last mental push. And he gets up, putting his hand on Kingpin, and then hits him with the, hey. Blasting him across the arena before hitting him with the Mario 64, sending his 600-pound life villain all the way to the top of the reactor, finally stopping it for good and defeating Kingpin once and for all. After this,
all that,
we get a cute scene with Miles and his dad. We see Kingpin straight tied up in NYC, the battle finally being over, and Miles fully cements himself as Spider-Man.
Shout outs to Zach for the video, man. My man Miles, man. In the Spider-Verse, Miles, bro. From nobody to peak. From a humble start to now being Spider-Man. And now with the Across the Spider-Verse, yo, he's already him. You know? Now he's in the. It was just a beautiful movie, bro. It was a beautiful movie, man. It really was. 10 out of 10, and the Beyond the Spider-Verse gots to be peak. It's on the verge of becoming one of, if not the greatest animated trilogies of all time. So again, shout out to Zeph, shout out to you, my boy, shout out to Zeph for the video. The original video will be in the description down below. Follow me on all the socials. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications. You know, you want to start a debate? Let's start a debate in the comments. All being said, this is Jeremiah. God bless you. Jesus loves you. Repent. Be saved. I'm out. Peace. Peace.